Yeah. Welcome, everyone. I am your youth minister, Kadillac Jackson, and this is the Hype Beast Community AME Church of God in Christ Baptist Cultural Center, where we lift up our sneakers to Jesus. Wow. We are now in our 7th episode of our 3rd season, and for the people who do not like seasons, we call this episode 21. For all our new members, please stand so that we may greet you.
You are welcome here. We are a part of the Sneaker family. Wow, I don't even know what to do with that.
Wow.
Woo! What going on, family? You don't know it's your boy OGSneekerz. I snowbound. I in a hotel in an uncomfortable chair, but it's okay.
Hey, man, we're wrapping up season 3. It's your man Beard Jedi, aka the Black Alex B. Keaton, aka Shupak Shakur, aka the Boss Kick Ross, aka Iron Knight Tyson, aka the Deacon is back, and aka the Medicine Most Jack Swagless. This is Talkin Kicks season 3, episode 7, the season finale. How you doing, Kick Talkers? We got a little bit of shuffling in the way things are going tonight. OG is usually the one that drives the vehicle today. I am driving the vehicle. So there might be hiccups.
I'm in the backseat chilling, y'all. Man, I do no work. I'm just chilling, man. Pastor Gucci on the left hand side.
This is why we have to make sure that he's driving, because when he's free, that we don't need him with the hands-free set. So I'm gonna try and get through the Kick Talkers and say what's up to the people in the chat. I've got like 19 devices in front of me. It's probably not this difficult. I'm making it this difficult. Deal with me. We got Duns Kicks in the building. What's going on, brother? Laid Back on 9 is in the building. The talented Mr. Q the Queen, OG.
Royals.
KB Fresh Kicks is in the building. Jermaine Manning is in the building as well. OG Kicks, what's going on, brother? Sports Guy Q. Warrior Blood 510 is in the building. We got Jamie White. Jamie White, I got to know what you did. Did you pull the trigger? Did you let him go? She had the reserve on the Vachetta 10-12s. And she didn't know she was going to get him. Kyla Park 81 is in the building. Hey, Cadillac Jackson.
I already liked the video.
Cadillac Jackson.
See?
Cadillac Jackson.
Yes, past the Hype Beast.
Did you like the video?
I did, Pastor. I did.
I said, did you like the video?
I did, Pastor. I showed
Did you like it with your whole heart?
I liked it abundantly and expeditiously.
Did you like it 2 times? One leg listeners in the building. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping through. KB Fresh Kicks. We got. Is this just Kicks? Geeks Kicks? Let us know how we say your name. GLX Kicks? That's too complicated for me. I can't do it. Hot Dog 18's in the building, and I think that's everybody. If you're in the chat, please like the video if you could. If you like the video. If you don't like the video, let us know how we can get better. You know what I'm saying? GN is in the building. What up, bruh?
GLX Kicks, if you got homework to do, we understand. Write that essay. Handle your business.
Get that education, man, because we're not going to help you with college at all. So get them grades, do what you got to do, or work on your jump shot. That's all I got for you. That's all I got. Make sure that if you decide to shop, all these hot shoes coming out, we got those. What are they officially calling those Jordan 1s now? The new ones, the Royals, the game Royals that are coming out. What's the official name, the street name?
I think it's the Game Royals.
That's terrible.
Wait, you know, we have a pastor from another congregation that I'll call Pastor Hype Beast number 2 that always used to send me little messages in the background. Oh, Lord have mercy. and he's sending messages again. So if you hear me shouting over here, it's oh really?
That's
really.
Oh, you talking about pastor from the real Hype Beast? That's Hype Beast West Baptist Church.
Yes, yes. Who has their services on Mondays?
Yeah, Mondays at what was it? It's 8 o'clock.
Mondays at 8 o'clock. Yes. With Deacon Carlos and Jay.
The Church of the Holy Grail.
Yes. I'm going to show you the disrespectfulness if you can see what I have received. That's just
I've seen
pastor.
Really?
See, it keeps getting worse. It's
we gotta stop letting. We gotta stop watching.
I'm going to have to change this number. We're not going to allow him to call the parsonage anymore.
Yeah, we need to let that go. Q the Queen says she calls them the Chicago Royals. That works. The reason I mentioned that is because if you're trying to get a pair of those shoes and you're looking to get a little discount, you can holler at our people over at Footage Society. Use our code Talkin Kicks, and you will get 10% off your order on those. You know what I'm saying?
And just so you know, it is not number 623.
That's good. It's very good.
I knew it would take a second for the reference to kick in. But yeah, I understand what I'm saying.
We don't need no monkey business. No monkeys.
Not algo, sir.
No monkeys. So it's gonna be a little rough for me to watch the chat, so I'm gonna be watching my brothers. Hopefully they can hold it down for us as we get into what we do. We got Hump Day Heat on deck. What did you wear, Caddy? I know you out there in 37 inches of snow. What did you have on feet today, brother?
Bruh, I had on ACGs again today, the gray ACGs. It is out here looking like Alaska right now.
Right.
And with whatever jacket I have on, I look like a big-ass black grizzly bear walking through the snow. So, yeah, the ACGs were definitely on feet today.
I see Sneaker Holly B stepped up in the building. We appreciate you, bro. Shoe game tight all day, all night. Kicking down the door, and Sneaker Man V running up the end. We're going live, man. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button. We appreciate it. OG, you look like
Dog 18. Is that a new name?
Nah, Hop Dog been rocking with us a couple episodes. Hop Dog come through. OG, do you want to share your Hump Day Heat for the people? I know
where I've been. It's snowing for 2 days, so it's all about. And plus, I'm in a class, so it's Presto 2s for comfort, and they can go in the snow and get wet, and it's all good. So, no heat up here.
Hey yo,
you see they can do what?
Oh, see why? Why? I just said I've been in snow, the falling guy, for 2 days.
Jamie White says she let the 12s go. All right. Hopefully you won't regret that. This is the year. Hopefully you won't regret that. They look dope. If they would have had a run up to, the Bigfoot woman size, I probably would have got a pair. I would have been wearing some lady shoes. Today for Hump Day Heat, I finally put them on feet.
Lord Jesus.
It's like 6s with the lace swap. Yes. Put these on today. And I loved it. This was fantastic. I went to Wakanda again today, and this is what I had on feet. So that's what I kicked down the door with. What did the Kick Talkers have on the day?
Well, it looks like the East Coast family definitely had some snow. So they was indoors, like they snowed out.
Yeah. Passing on the 12 suits. That Q the Queen is gonna pass on those too. Lister said there was a gross. Lister hating on my Spizikes. Boo! Work boots for my shoe games tight all day, all night. Hey man, it is what it is. You gotta make that money. I can't be mad at that at all.
GN Hop Dog lows.
Rocking out the wavies. Hop Dog said the Game Royals, aka the Broke Man Frags. Damn. Yeah, I would probably customize those. I'd probably go ahead and paint that toe black. Because I already got the storm. So Gabriel Kicks, what's going on, brother? Had the church shoes on deck.
Wait. Gabe, how you have on the church? You live in New York. Gabe lives like 30 minutes from me. So how you got on church? He's out there just skating.
Yep, he's just sliding. He said, I don't need a vehicle today. Shh, looking like the Silver Surfer. If you see a man sliding through the highways in a pair of church shoes, Gabriel Kicks is in the building.
I know Lister out there hating on my Presto 2s. I know everybody can't have them. Everybody can't rock them. You know, he's special kind of swag. I understand.
Got you. Appreciate that. It's not me. I'm fine with it. It's not being me. The Storms don't look like the Royals. I know it's a little bit different color. We understand, Buckeye. We understand. CDP Shadows. Okay. Trey Jackson's in the building as well. I saw somebody that I missed earlier. Who did I see? Maybe that was it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That was it. All right, so we got to get to pickups. Caddy decided to let us live this week. He didn't pick up anything. So we won't have Caddy.
I have nothing.
Kick Talkers, make sure y'all post up what y'all picked up this week. Okay, look, Trey. It's not. I'm just getting more boxes, so I'm putting more shoes in the box. Anyway, man, I know what OG has, so I'm going to go ahead and go. The Deacon is back. I'm back for my flock. I had sinned against you the previous weeks, but I'm back with a cop for less than $100. And we have the alternate 8s on deck.
Oh.
I got these for exactly $90. Thank you, Index PDX. I appreciate you. Y'all know how much I wanted these. When they came out, this was on the radar. I've been searching. And I actually copped these twice because I bought a pair from eBay. And when I got them from eBay, they looked like boo-boo. That's the best way I can describe it. They look like boo-boo, so I'm going to customize those. They were also $80, so it was still Deacon discount double play. But that pair that I got from Index, they came through in the clutch. So again, this has been a great year for cops for me. I'm not going for hype. It's just heat. It's just heat. Shit that I actually like, that I want, that I'm not going to return. So I'm happy about those. Let me get the Kick Talkers because OG's about to shut it down. What did y'all pick up? The Ewing and Rick Ross collab for $67. That's what's up. That 33% off kicked in. I see that, sneaker man. 270 Air Max Tigers. Ain't that the ones you want, Caddy?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting those.
And the 98 cones. Okay. Shoe Game representing.
Shoe Game just went all bright this week. He was like, damn that. Light it up.
And he wear like a size 19. I didn't know they made those shoes in that size, bro. That's what's something, man. Jordan 13 altitudes and a pair of the Air Max 270s. Damn, okay, Jamie White. Jamie White been on the clip. So she won, season 2 giveaway. Just like, fuck it, I'm buying everything.
So I gotta ask them, since they got the 270s, how do they feel on feet?
Comment below in the chat. How do the 270s feel on feet? Jordan 6 low, green glow, DS for the low, and the New Balance S74. JC Johnson came through with bars. Did y'all see that? Bars. Ben 13s. Get out of here, Lister. Get out of here. Lister can't play this game. He's not allowed.
I told you that congregation is flourishing over there.
Hey, man, Church of the Holy Grail. They are not playing. All right, I'm stalling.
Power phase.
Everybody got 270s.
But before we begin, ladies and gentlemen,
go ahead.
As we get into our sermon, ladies and gentlemen, the next voice you will hear after mine will be the voice of the elder, Elder Orenthal Aloysius Hypebeast. The Holy Ghost done told me everything gonna be all right.
Go ahead and end the show. Go ahead.
I'm not going to respond to anybody that calls me anything that sounds like Orenthal as a first name.
That is horrible.
I can't. anything. I can just do this and keep talking so that it will stay up on the screen.
All right,
And if you're coming home from your, and if you're coming, wait, and if you're coming home from your side chick's house, this, this is the JTH3, and it was a blessing, unexpectedly to get, and it is what they say it is.
No, keep him on the screen. Keep him on the screen.
Oh,
Well,
I thought the show was over. The show is still going? Oh.
Why? So what? So the chat can roast me.
What's going on, Dread A Kicks? Let me go ahead and put this in context for y'all real quick. He got the free throw lines the week before. And now he has the Timberlakes. And if I remember right, towards the end of last season, he got the regular 88s, right? Is that right, Caddy?
He got the white cements. I think the 2003s.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it wasn't 88s. It wasn't 88s. It was just white cements,
just
with the regular Jumpman on the back.
So I mean, if we just, if we go back to last year, because I saw your video, Mr. OGSneekerz, and you said you finally got a W after a lot of L's.
Yes.
What L's did you catch other than the LeBron L's?
Elder, you've been out here winning, Elder.
No. The free throw lines, I had I drinks, and I tried, and I took the L on them.
But then you got them. That's a delayed W where I'm.
Yeah, but that's not. No, it wasn't for retail. That's not. I don't count that. I count that as just going. That's the only way I'm gonna do it, and I gotta. I cashed in to get it.
I just want to touch the hem of your garment.
Wait, really?
We got the win. We got the win like 82s. We got the win like 96s. We got 2 of the 3 Gatorades. We got the free throws. We got the tinkers. I just want to touch the hem of your garment. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, but hold on. If you want to go to that, the Gatorades too.
You got the Gatorades?
I had to go around and I had to pay up on them retail. So the W I'm talking about is you try just like everybody else is out here, and you sneakers app, draw, whatever, the animal pack that drop. I tried for both of those, LL on both accounts, 4 L's. All you had to do is go bet IG feed, and every time you see one of those things post LL, that's what I took. So for my perspective, this was wow. This was a W, and it was retail. It wasn't the whatever my size now on StockX that they're trying to get.
Sounds like delayed W's. All right, I guess we got some internet issues. That's what Steph Smitty's saying. We got the Monday midsole connection, is what she said. Dang.
I'm in a hotel, so it may very well be that for me.
He might be RoboCopping a little bit, but Google is this stuff ain't up to par. I don't want to let me not slander Google because they will shut this whole shit down. Google, I love y'all. Okay, I love y'all. This is YouTube. All this Google Hangout, all this shit you have is fabulous. I have no complaints. I don't want no trouble. I'm just a bitch ass nigga. I don't want no trouble. But OG, man, hey, props, bro. Those are clean. Do you think you're ever going to wear either the Timberlakes or the free throw lines?
I'm going to wear them both. Yeah. I don't.
Oh, shit.
I don't think that I'm going to let them go. So eventually they both going to get work.
Are you going to wear one, like the young kids? Are you going to wear one shoe on one foot and the other shoe on the other foot?
Oh, like one free throw line and the Justin Timberlake? Mm-hmm. No, I'm too old for that. The only thing I will ever do that I want is it all yellow?
Say that one more time. It RoboCopped on us.
Lightning 4s that all yellow? Caddy,
you have to confirm that. I don't know if it's the Lightning 4s that are all yellow.
Whatever Well, okay, whatever the 4 is, that's all yellow. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what the street name of it, but the 4 that's all yellow. And I would wear one of those and one Toro for ketchup and mustard. I do that. I told my children, hey, I'm just saying.
I didn't know where he was going with that. And then he said the red one. I was like, how, Sway?
Ketchup and mustard.
You can't do that. It'd be like a big ass cheeseburger.
Okay.
Let's get into it, man. What did the chat do? What did the chat pick up if they have that list up?
Let's see what the chat picked up here.
KB Fresh Kick said he wore his free throw lines this week. Lightning 4s are all yellow.
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Gabriel 6 rings. Those actually are pretty dope, but you have like a white and a black pair. Just depending on how they make them, sometimes that heel joint, it just cuts into my back of my Achilles when I walk. But I like 6 rings. I think they're dope.
You know, I actually end up ruining my 4s like that, being lazy, jamming my foot into the shoe. And now the back of my Toro 4s that I had on the other day is stuck. And so it digs into the back of my foot. I got to figure out how to get that out. It's raggedy.
Pause.
Well played, sir. Well played. Well played, sir. Hey, yo. Well played.
Trey Jackson said he picked up the free throws and the Koreas. Whoa, wait a minute.
That's a lot of heat.
See? Dunn's Kicks, Ferrari 14s and infrared 23 6s. What else
shit, V's Kicks is in the building. What's going
Out
on,
of probation, yeah.
Where you been, sis? Where you been?
Steph Smitty says she's been on the Adidas kick lately. Can't wait to see them pictures, sis. Got to get the pictures. Them LeBron pictures she takes are crazy.
Did you say J Manning 06 with the Puma Coogee black and the Jordan 1 Gatorades, the Blue Lagoon, and the orange?
Damn.
All right.
Y'all showing out. Something tax time. I was just trying to say what happened.
Some of them were on sale too, you know, a couple places. So that, you know, that might
look at y'all don't know the conversation that me and Dre Kicks done had. The OVO 8s, and he's got the Tinkers coming Monday.
All right.
Do we know where Dre Kicks lives?
I don't want to know where he lives. I just want to know where he banks.
I'm about to say somebody bank his life. Somebody's bank his life. He done knocked that bad boy over.
Oh my goodness.
He hates tack time. Well, I can't tell. All right, so let's get into this. Caddy, are you able to pull up the releases? Since we're about to be gone, y'all know how we do. This is the last episode of the season. We're going to be gone for at least 2 weeks. At least 2 weeks. So we're going to try and give you some of these releases. We're not going to catch every release. That's not our goal. That's not our plan. We just want to get some of the releases, wrap up the season, and we'll see what damage y'all do when we come back in 2 more weeks. Kadillac Jackson, what we got on the screen, sir?
Yes, sir. So the first release we'll start with is the Venchetta Tan Air Jordan 12.
If they would have had my size, I might have shot my shot on that. You know, I like 12s. Those don't look bad. I'd like to see them in hand. I do say that the 12s that are rumored to come out later this year, the red suede and the blue suede, straight boo-boo water.
Yes, I do agree. These are actually pretty nice. Bigger size, I would contemplate it.
Yeah, I think they stop at a woman's 12, which is like a men's 10.5. So
yeah, so we out of the running.
Yeah.
OG, what you think?
I'm a big fan of them from comfort standpoint, that full length zoom. But whatever they got in the heel is magic for a big dude over here. So I'm good. I like them. I don't know that I would put it on the list. It might be like something if they were still available, you know, maybe at a later time. But it's a dope shoe.
Steph Smitty called these the foreskin 12s. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe I won't get them. She just ruined it for me. I do not need the circumcision 12s. I'm good.
Up next, we have the Game Royal Ones, or as Queen called them, the Chicago Royals.
It's not a bad name. Buckeye City Soul has famously said they are different than the Storm Blues. But I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm good. I have the Royals. I have the Storm Blues. I just got the Royal 12s, or the Royal 13s. I mean, I have the French Blue. I'm good. I'm good on the blue and whites. But it's a nice looking shoe.
Definitely is. OG, what you thinking?
I did the Foot Locker app. I got the extra minute. I don't know. It's not. It's amazing.
Okay. Yeah. Question of the day: are these going to sell out, or are these going to sit?
It's 2018. Everything's selling out. It might not sell out immediately, but it'll sell out and then there'll be a restock. So it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next, the Tinker 3s.
That's the version I didn't like. So my opinion remains the same. Not just because I won't be able to get them, because I wouldn't go after
them. I still don't like them. I like the JTHs better, I guess, because the JTHs are white cement 3 with 3M swoosh. These, to me, are a stealth gray 3.
That's a good comparison. I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, so nice, but not nice enough for me to buy them.
OG?
Don't want them. I'm gonna do the draw. If I get them, I'm gonna flip or something that I want. Try to like toss them for the Levi's or something. You know, there you go. That was another one I took the L on.
you gonna spend the whole show?
Yeah, because you're like, what are you talking about, son? You're not taking no L's out here, son. Man.
I am sorry, OG. I have lied against your great name. I besmirched the name of the OG.
It's all good. It's all good. I just reminded you while I reminded myself.
You're so sorry, Renthal.
Wow.
Up next, the Air Jordan 11 Low Easter.
Ease a pass.
Yeah.
Not bad, but not for me.
So I can't tell. Is it patent leather like that kind of
emerald green?
Kind of like the colors from the All-Star 2 years ago?
Very similar.
Yep. So is this like a leftover? Like it was supposed to come out in all that pack, all these shoes? That's why I feel every time I see that color, I just feel like that year, if the All-Star game had gone the way it was supposed to, all these shoes would have dropped in. And now they're just parsing them out because they got to figure out some way to get them out. You know, they can't say we had this grand plan from before.
I'm looking at the chat. KB Fresh Kick said, hell no on these. Dre Kick said he's on the fence. OG Kicks is passing. Q the Queen said they're pointless. Jesus.
Lister said effing trash. Let us know how you really feel, Red.
Man, there it is. Does the model have on dress slacks? You know what? I don't know. That does look like a dress slacks cuff.
That is a dress slacks cuff. We're going to look at something else on this list.
Dockers. You got to. Do they even sell Dockers still?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Give me some Dockers. Let me step my game up. What is Caddy searching for right now?
I had to step over here because you know that this is Air Max month.
Stop doing that.
So then there's some other joints that are coming out. We have the PG2 March Madness, the Kyrie 4 March Madness. I'm pretty sure everybody's passing on these.
Yeah, I don't even know what the sole is doing. I'm sure there's a story. I'm not interested in it.
Bro. Sorry. That's
We have the
just my
Kobe
problem over here.
March Madness.
There we go.
We have these Air Max 270 Fly Knits. I actually like these.
Still, Smitty called them the sundress pack. Those March Madness shoes. These, I like the all black one. I want to see them in hand. Basically, I've seen enough pictures to where I think they're interesting. I want to see them in hand, so I might make a trip to the mall tomorrow and see the ones that have already released if they're available to check out.
OG, what you thinking on these, bruh?
I gotta try a pair on. I something about that big, the bubble on the heel feels like it would be cushiony and be a comfortable wear, but I don't know. I'm intrigued by it, but I have not been intrigued by any colorway or anything I've seen thus far to make me get, take the money out of my pocket.
There's an all black colorway that looked really tough. Not even with the white midsole, it was all black. That looked tough, but I'm waiting right now. I just want to check them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a kind of shoe. Sometimes I look for certain shoes. I've said this before. Like if they're mad comfortable, there's things that I do where I'm up on my feet a lot. Like if I'm out doing photography, and if I could find an all black pair and they're mad comfortable, I'll have in the arsenal of those shoes that I wear when I do something like that. But
Caddy, scroll up. Go ahead, OG.
No, I was just saying if they're not comfortable, then it's probably gonna be a pass.
There was a Puma that I saw on the screen, Caddy, that you scrolled past.
Okay.
I think those are,
Ricardo Bonner in the building. What's going on, family?
What's going on, Ricardo Bonner? Yeah, the Big Sean Suede 50th. I want to see those in hand. I wouldn't rock them with no shorts. Their top is a little weird, but it intrigues me for some jeans or some joggers. That might not be a bad shoe. OG, what you think about that? That's like in your color palette, right?
I don't know. I definitely have to see it in hand. Apologize, got a piece of ice in my mouth.
Dre Day Kick said trash Pumas. Damn. All right, go ahead, Caddy.
All right.
What the fuck?
The Sean Witherspoon Air Max 97-1. Dropping on Air Max Day.
Gots to have it.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cooler than the other side of the pillow on these.
L on those too.
Going to shoot that Steph Curry 3 for these.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put in the bid for one of y'all. I'm good.
Let's see what else we got here. These 270s, they hit you with every color of the 270s.
I'm the only one lady listed that doesn't want them. I know. I'm the weirdo.
For the Bron gang, the LeBron 15 Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, this is a.
I like them. I just wish that they had done the regular Fruity Pebble color instead of the little pastel-y version of it. That's just me.
See, for these, there's this pair with the white midsole, and there's another pair with a black midsole.
But is the coloring the same?
The coloring is the same. It has a black midsole, and the white piping is black. Everything is black on the shoe.
Okay.
I just don't like it.
I like them. I'm just wondering how they're going to look on foot. That's the only thing.
Somebody said the black Fruity Pebbles were dope.
Yeah.
Steph Smitty.
Yeah, the black Fruity Pebbles, fire.
Steph, are there any LeBrons that you don't like?
Any LeBrons I don't like?
Mad LeBrons. Just curious.
It was asking Steph.
Just curious.
She's definitely part of the Bron gang.
Oh, no doubt.
She's definitely part of the LeBron gang. Gang.
Gang.
Let me see. What else we got? Black Ass African actually saw this one today. The Air Max 97 in a South Beach colorway.
Is this a men's or women's?
This is a men's, and I believe this is a men's.
It's not my cup of tea. This particular shoe, but I might try and scoop those for the wife. I think those are kind of dope.
If I get these, they're not getting broke out to the summertime with a nice little polo shirt.
Yeah.
These are clean. These are clean. I gotta say these are clean.
I can see you rocking those with the little ankle socks and some of those plaid polo shorts. I mean, in general, I'm not talking about you personally. I mean, in general, like a nice summer golf looking outfit,
a summery pastel outfit, if you will.
Yeah, collar up, shirt tucked in.
The Carlton Banks outfit.
Yeah, absolutely the Carlton Banks.
Let me see.
Well, listen to these not clean.
The LeBron 15 low.
Oh, they fucked that up. That's horrible.
You have
oh, that's horrible, bro.
You have the light bone colorway, and then you have the white and metallic silver colorway.
No, how did they miss? There was one that he had on that looked straight. That's horrible.
It probably looks better on foot.
Maybe. That looks really bad. And that's like is that the Jordan 32 midsole?
No, it has an Air Max unit. It's not zoom, it's not full length zoom. It's Air Max, and it kind of does have like it does kind of like that Jordan 32 midsole, but I think that's the mid. Was that the same midsole they used last year?
I don't know. I immediately think of the 32s or something. I don't like it. How about that?
I will say, and I gotta agree with what the chat said. The LeBron 15s are incredible to ball in. Some of the most comfortable shoes that I own.
I'm good on these. I don't know. Yeah. What's going on, B Frank? We saw B Frank stepped up in the building. I saw somebody else too. Laid back 09 is in the building. What's going on, fam? I don't know if you went here earlier or not, but I see your name now. So saying what's up.
And we are good on the releases.
That's it for the releases, bro. Thank you for handling that. Like I said, we'll be gone for 2 weeks, so we wanted to get some of those releases in for you. Y'all know what time it is. It's your favorite part of the show. It's time for the lace up.
Lace up.
And we're going to get this clock started. Y'all know how it goes when the clock starts. Don't be offended. You know, you're going to hear it buzz, and it is what it is. It's not buzzing. The clock is broke. Somebody done broke the clock. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There we go. I had to pay a couple bills, get our clock working right. So our first topic that we got on here is a story that I've seen making the rounds, especially because, you know, there was customizers that were doing this, the Biggie versus Tupac pack. They were doing a tribute pack, and Nike is allegedly going to be doing an SB pack of the shoe. The little blurb says, inspired by the legendary hip-hop rivalry of Bad Boys Biggie and Death Row's Tupac in the mid-90s, the pack will include Nike SB Dunk Low for the Notorious B.I.G. in the plaid design, while Tupac's Nike Air Force 2 comes in the black denim and paisley design. There's no official release date, but the images are out. I wanted to know what y'all thought about them using the hip-hop icons for a pack. What do you think about this? I'll try to say it the best way I can. About Nike pillaging the hip-hop community for a couple dollars. Let me know what y'all think about this. Caddy, I want you to go first because you are a hip-hop icon. You're in New York. You can't get this wrong. Fix your face, New York.
Yo, Nike, wow. After I saw this, like to use Biggie and Pac to make a pack to get sales, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And the thing about it is, and you used two sneakers that neither of them would wear ever in their lives. So it's like you really use their name to make money on this one.
This might be one of those releases that doesn't come out because of the public outcry.
Yeah, because this is horrible. This is horrible. Like, this is disrespectful. This is like absolutely disrespectful. This is disrespectful not only for Nike, this is disrespectful to their families. Like, you're using them and you're using their beef that they had with each other to sell a shoe. Mind you, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's dangerous because of the way they pass too. Like,
exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Both of these guys were murdered. So why would you even put this up? Like, if for the younger people who may be watching the show, if you know nothing about Biggie and Tupac, like, this was one of the like biggest rivalries. Like, this is where beef really was beef, back from 95 to 97. And I'm like, both of these guys died because of it, and you're using their names to sell shoes.
Q the Queen said, this is what happens when the estate is not in the right hands. All went to shit when Pac's mama died, and that's true.
Yeah, she's absolutely right on that, and that's exactly what happened.
Dre Kick said he wants to see what they look like, to be honest. Most of the chat is saying that it sounds bad. They're not really here for it. OG, what do you think about this? I know you're not rocking with hip-hop a lot currently, but you know Biggie and Pac like that. What do you think about this?
No, I mean, Biggie's my favorite, period. I've said it before, so you know, and I'm not trying to start that war. That's just me. Right. I don't have an issue. I didn't really think, let me say it this way. I didn't really think about a couple of the points that that Caddy made, which I think were well. But I would still say I don't necessarily have an issue with them honoring them. I think the shoes are ass. I think if they're going to do it, they should have done it in the biggest way, that it shouldn't be. No disrespect to SBs, but that's like, you know, that's like giving them, you know, the throwaway shit and doing that. I mean, Puma killed it with the Coogee joints, you know, which was an ode to Biggie without, you know, being just the big BIG shoe. But my initial reaction was, why the fuck are you using SBs? It's like, really? Like, you really don't want to commit to this. It should be like whatever you feel like is your most premier. It should be a one. I don't know. You know, whatever you feel like is the flagship of your shoe line, that's what should be honoring them. Or, you know, if there's I don't know if there's images out there in terms of stuff that they wore, you know, for footwork. I'm sure. I mean, at least an Air Force One. I'm just guessing.
Yes, absolutely.
If you catch them in anything, I know you was going to catch them in some forces, but it's just, so to me, it's disrespectful from that standpoint that they picked an ass shoe to honor icons. I think that's whack.
That's a good point. Who did I see walk in the building? Lars Young is in the building. What's going on, brother?
Lars Young.
Hip hop culture wasn't rocking no skateboard shoes in the 90s. Football and tennis shoes with no skater shoes were worn in the hood. That's a good point, Q the Queen. I just think it's right now we're watching the documentary go back out. We're hearing accusers come back up. We're watching them come up with this idea, and I'm just not a fan of it in general. Like, just let these brothers rest. Y'all ain't found the killers. Y'all ain't doing no good work in their name. Just let them rest, man. I'm not a fan of this. And this is a topic that we were gonna mention at some point. I feel like Nike / shoe culture owes a lot more to hip hop culture than it's given, and this just is the right way to pay it back.
Lister says the SB Low is not an ass shoe. Lister, if that's what it sounded like I was saying, I wasn't saying that the SB Low was an ass shoe.
It has its own tribute.
Yes, that's what I meant. Not that it was. To me, there's shoes that are more, whatever you want to call them, higher on the pecking order of what they could have drawn from than SB Low. That's what was all I was saying. So if I sounded like I was saying that the SB Low was an ass shoe, that wasn't my intention.
We're gonna jump ahead to something that I know that you guys didn't see because I sprung it on you right before we came live. ESPN did a story, and they were talking about, they call it the dominant 20 of the last 20 years. So they ranked, and I don't know what their criteria was, right? But there's the dominance ranking, the top 20 dominant athletes of the past 20 years. I could quickly go through the top 10, but I feel like you got to hear all 20. So I'm going to read this off as quick as possible, bottom to top. Number 20. Woo, I choked on that one. Tom Brady is number 20. Manny Pacquiao is number 19. Mike Trout is number 18. Barry Bonds is number 17. Allison Felix is number 16. Novak Djokovic is number 15. Cristiano Ronaldo is number 14. Lauren Jackson is number 13. Serena Williams is number 12. This is where the shit gets fucked up for me. Number 12? She's number 12 on the list. Lionel Messi is number 11. Usain Bolt starts the top 10. I don't even know who this person is. This is not a disparaging remark against them. I just don't know because it's soccer. Marta is the name listed here for soccer. Yeah, I don't know who that person is. I can't say that that's where they belong or not, but soccer is a lot bigger sport than I pay attention to. Number 8 is Floyd Mayweather. Number 7 is Michael Schumacher. Number 7 is Michael Schumacher.
The race car driver.
Yes. Formula One race car driver. Number 6 is Annika Sorenstam. Number 6. I'm not. So the top 5 now. Y'all heard the list. Serena, I just want to recap this one. Serena is number 12. Number 5 is Roger Federer. Number 4 is Jimmy Johnson, NASCAR driver. Number 3 is Peyton Manning. Number 2 is LeBron James. Number 1 is Tiger Woods. OG.
Wait. What is this list?
This is the most dominant 20 of the past 20 years, according to ESPN, the magazine.
The most dominant 20 of the last 20 years.
What's ruffling your feathers, sir?
So, dominant athlete of the last 20 years.
Right.
Of all sports is LeBron James.
Well, they say Tiger Woods.
No. No.
I was Serena not top 5. Go ahead, OG. I'm just reading the chat.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It's so flawed. You know, it's not even close. It's not,
bruh.
No disrespect to race car, but I don't even see how there's any NASCAR drivers in the top 20. Too much others. I mean, I'll give soccer just because it's a world sport and maybe it resonates in ways and places that we don't know and understand. How Federer is over Serena is just no way. How she's not even in the top 10 is just. Where did they take this survey?
I was just about to ask that. This list is. Can I go sneaker A for a minute?
Please go sneaker A. Matter of fact, let me focus on you. Let me make sure we get this right. Sneaker A Smith, ladies and gentlemen.
So, Beard, I want to say I brought up your list, and I'm looking at this list, and I don't know who the hell put this list together. Because it surely couldn't be somebody from ESPN. It surely couldn't be somebody from the company. Because this list is ass a 9, ass a 10, ass 11. I look at this list, and how do you not have Serena on the list? How do you not have the incomparable Kobe Bryant on the list? The bottom line is there's a lot of people missing from this list. There's a lot of people that shouldn't be on this list. I know who Marta is. She played on the Brazilian national team. Great person. She's a friend. But at the end of the day, she shouldn't be on the list. Shouldn't be on the list. How is Mia Hamm not on the list? Can somebody tell me how she's not on the list? How is Shaq not on this list? Can somebody tell me?
Last 20 years, maybe?
Last 20 years.
When did Shaq retire, Steven? I can't remember.
You're talking about Shaq retired, 6 years ago?
Okay, I agree. Continue.
How is Shaq not on the list? How is Kobe not on the list? Kobe Bean Bryant is not on the list? Are you serious? You had the mitigated goal to leave Kobe off the list?
That one puzzles me too, sir.
I do not understand. Who are the imbeciles that created this list? Surely they didn't ask me. I'm Sneaker A. I should have been asked first. I cannot believe this list. I'm looking at this list now. LeBron, number 2.
Yeah.
Tiger, I'll give you credit. Tiger belongs on the list. He belongs in the top 10. But Serena, outside of the top 10. Peyton, inside of the top 10. You might as well throw Eli in there. You might as well throw Eli in there. Tom Brady, who has more championships than both of them combined. You could put 2 players from the Patriots on there. You could throw Gronk in there. And yet here we are. Here we are looking at an imbecilic list right now. This list is atrocious.
I'd have to agree, sir. I'd have to agree. The chat is also calling bullshit on the list. Large jokes said need to write a letter. Serena has more champs. Q the Queen says Serena should be number 1. And I feel like we in this country right now just do not respect women's sports enough to ever put a woman at number 1. Serena's been dominating since she came in the fucking league. It's 20 years of dominance at least.
Let me just point out how dominant Serena. Let's point out one thing. I only have to point out one thing about Serena Williams.
It's an individual sport.
The woman won a major title pregnant. The woman won a major title pregnant. That's it. You win. You are number 1 right there.
Yeah.
So let me correct myself. LeBron is number 2. Serena is number 1. Why? Because she won a title pregnant. Only people were able to beat her after she had a baby and after she took time off.
I can't argue with that. Like I said, when I look at this list, this is individual sports. Serena. She didn't have anybody to pass it to. Serena. She didn't have to rely on other players playing defense. It's Serena. It's Serena.
When they name something after you, the Serena Slam.
It's Serena, bruh. It's Serena. I agree with the omissions too. Like, how the fuck is Kobe? I'm not even a Kobe fan, but how is Kobe not on the list? How is Shaq not on the list? How is Peyton this high?
I don't understand. I don't understand that.
And I'm not even look. Where's Michael Phelps? How did Mike Trout make this list?
That's what I don't know. How did Mike Trout make this list? And he hasn't even won the World Series.
Mike Trout is just popular. He's a great player, but he's very popular for baseball.
So you might as well throw on Bryce Harper. You might as well throw on
same difference.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Same difference. Derek Jeter's not on the list.
Last 20 years.
Mike Trout on it. Derek Jeter's not on it. Albert Pujols ain't on this list. Mike Trout is on it.
How is Mariano Rivera not on this list?
Hey,
greatest closer of all time, who just retired a few years back. He's not on the list.
No football running backs made this list.
No.
None. Marshall Faulk did make this list.
Randy Moss is not on this list.
Don Turner said, yeah, where's Phelps? Where's Pujols? Yeah, this is... Do you know what Tiger did? What's going on, Ray? Tiger, so if we're talking about the last 20, Tiger ain't been relevant for 10. I understand what he did for golf. He made golf matter. But you letting him coast on that for the last, since he fell off, off. The whole sport fell off.
Serena was 12, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Beard?
Serena was 12 on the list, sir.
So you're talking about from 1999 to 2008, Tiger won 13 of 35 majors, while no other golfer won more than 3. And I'll give him that. I will give Tiger that. Tiger belongs on the list.
But what was his last major? When did he win his last major?
Tiger hasn't won a major in almost 9 years, I think.
Just saying.
Back problems.
But those first, if you go back 20 years.
And whole problems.
That whenever this would start, the dominance that he had, I see why he's on the list. It doesn't make him number one.
Yeah, I don't think he's number one.
I wouldn't take him off the list.
Yeah, he should be on the list. Like I said, he made the whole sport matter. No one was checking for that shit at all.
Exactly. He brought golf to places where golf and made people care about golf that really didn't give two flips about golf.
The talented mister said Bo Jackson.
Nah, the last 20 years, Bo is definitely outside that.
Yeah, it'd be early 90s, late 80s, some shit like
Richie
that.
Ray said Tiger's number one, no argument. He did so much early. If you have Tiger, you're going to tell me Tiger did more than LeBron James in the past 20 years?
No, not more than Serena either. Across the entire career. No.
Across the board, you're talking about LeBron has scored over 30,000 points. Is the only man who has 30,000, 10 and 10 or something like that, or 30,000, 9 and 9.
One lady listener said maybe it's in respect to their respective sports, but even at that, you've got people on here multiple times for the same sport. That's still Manny Pacquiao wouldn't be on this list for me. In boxing, he may be on the boxing list, but he wouldn't be on the top 20 list. It's Floyd, without a doubt, for boxing. If you're nominating one, it's Floyd. If you're doing men's track, it's Usain Bolt. If you're doing women's track, I can see Allison Felix. If you're doing NFL, Peyton and Tom don't make it. Both of them don't make it if you're picking one for the NFL.
Yeah, it's got to be Tom.
Yeah. If you're picking baseball, one for baseball, it can't be Barry Bonds and Mike Trout. So I don't know what their criteria is, but I definitely see some issue with that. For tennis, you got Federer and you got Djokovic.
Yeah. Lister was asking who else in golf. The only other person, I think, Michelle Wie, maybe.
You have women's. You have Michelle Wie. You have
put SummerSlam on here though.
For men, you would probably have who? Ricky Fowler. Or Jordan Spieth?
I don't know. I don't have a problem with Tiger. I just think Serena, the two most egregious things for me is no Kobe and Serena being a number 12.
I don't understand the no Kobe.
I don't understand the no Kobe.
Because all of Kobe's championships came in the last 20 years.
I would add to my egregious that Tiger is number one. I mean, you could argue, you probably can make good argument for different people at the top of that list, but now I can't.
And then do we just disregard that? Like, as much as they've trumpeted UFC, do we just disregard UFC? No Bones Jones, no Anderson Silva. We're not going to mention them at all this time. We're not going to talk about Couture. Like, if that's, you know, this is ESPN, that's what y'all talk about, right? Is UFC not part of this conversation?
Hey, if you got all that NASCAR in there, I don't see why not.
So you're one of those people that don't think NASCAR is a sport.
No, I'm not saying that I don't think it's a sport. I'm just saying that it is not as broad-reaching, society-influencing type of sport as some of these other sports are. And, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, those people like, you know, who was the top NASCAR person on the list?
Jimmy Johnson.
Okay. I would agree that out of NASCAR, he probably would be the person that is picked. But outside of the U.S., nobody in Formula One racing know who the hell he is. Or, you know, things that are more global. I just don't, like I said, I'm not trying to be disrespectful of NASCAR. I don't understand how anybody, if he's going to be on there, he should be at number 20.
Who, Jimmy?
Yes. And I'm that's not what he did, but I'm just saying that sport.
Because I mean, like, Jimmy's won 6 sprint titles, so
I get it. I'm just saying, for me, it's NASCAR.
Okay. I got you.
I'm not giving it that much weight against some of these other things. You know, some of those other people, they can go anywhere in the world, in the, you know, most remote places, and people would say Serena Williams or even Federer, for that matter.
I'll tell you one I do have a problem with being in the top 20. Lauren Jackson. Because, don't get me wrong, Lauren Jackson did a lot when she was on the Seattle Storm. But you're going to tell me Lauren Jackson was more dominant than Diana Taurasi?
Maya Moore?
Yeah. More
Cheryl
dominant than Maya
Swoops?
Moore? More dominant than Candace Parker? You're talking about in the last 20 years, those women have won national championships with their colleges and WNBA championships. And gold medals.
Just saying. Good conversation in here. Dale Earnhardt. That's when I figured would have been on there. We're going to name drivers.
Right.
You got a Darren Earnhardt Jr.? Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Q said Lauren Jackson wasn't even Seattle Storm's main star. Yeah, it was Sue Bird.
Yeah, I just...
It's an interesting list. It's definitely good for conversation. Maybe that was their point at the end of the day, is to get the conversation started. But some of these, even in head-to-head.
That's a barbershop talk right there.
Absolutely. So let's get that one out of here. This is another one that we didn't have on the list, but we got it on here now. There's apparently going to be a proposed change to USA Basketball. They're talking about making changes to the youth basketball game. Among the changes are smaller basketballs for ages 7 and 8 and 9 to 11. They're going to an 8-foot basket for ages 7 and 8, a 9-foot basket for ages 9 to 11. 10 feet is the normal height, of course. No zone defenses from 7 through 11. You cannot play zone defense until 12. Equal playing time throughout the game for ages 7 and 8 and throughout the first 3 periods for ages 9 and 11.
Oh, my goodness.
No three-pointers for ages 7 through 8 and 9 through 11. A 24-second clock for 9th grade through 12th grade and a 30-second clock for 12 through 14. What do y'all think about these proposed rules? Which one?
The time again?
24-second clock for 9th grade through 12th grade, and a 30-second clock. Well, it does say for 12 through 14.
Okay. Other than the shot clock,
ages instead of grade is what it says. I think they're talking about ages.
Other than learning the shot clock, I don't mind the shot clock. Everything else is trash.
I gotta agree.
For you to have it where everybody gets equal amount playing time, that you might as well just give them a participation trophy. Because
it is real, Ray. Go ahead. It is real, Rishi Ray.
Like when I was a kid, it was just like this. You went out, you did your warm-ups, you played in the game. If your ass sucked, you was on the bench. If you didn't guard your man, you were on the bench. If you were shooting threes and you knew you couldn't make a three and your coach saw you using all your might to push that three up there like that and just shot an air ball, Christopher, you're on the bench. You're on the bench. Come here. Sit your big ass down right here next to me. Get all the water you need because you're not going back in for a while. Grab a Snickers. Like, this just, like, you're really, like, you're going to mess up these kids' skills. Give them a smaller basketball. Why? If it ain't broke, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why are you giving them a smaller basketball? You already have the intermediate basketball. So when you gonna make it smaller than that?
Yeah, and changing the baskets,
like that makes no sense to me. It sounds like you're letting these kids play on like the little preschool rims now, and that's going to delay the process of them. It's almost like you're trying to delay the process of them learning basketball so they're not as good as they get older. Like,
muscle memory and shit, like that shit matters. So if you got me shooting a smaller basket at a lower rim and then the next year because I'm older, it's going to change, that's not necessarily going to work, especially when kids go through their growth spurts at different times. How uncoordinated you want me to be switching basketball, switching hoop heights? What was normally a good shot for you because of muscle memory is now a brick or an air ball. I don't know, man. No zone defenses. I don't even understand why that is.
Brought up a great
defense.
What's that?
Because you don't learn how to play individual defense. If you play in zone, you just standing out there. It's not allowing you to learn how to move your feet, how to stay in front of your man.
Kia Shine just said this, so they can stay in college longer.
Take away some of the skills, so they have to learn them on the college level.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you think about that. You play a zone defense. The main reason why you play zone defense is because there are deficiencies in your team. You can't keep up with the other teams.
I get that. You asked why would you do that? I'm
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is, you normally play zone defense when you have players on the other team that can basically take advantage of your team. Like, if we have 5 guys my side, you're not going to have super quick guys. And if you have a faster team, it's going to be like, are you going to play man-to-man or are you going to play zone? We're playing zone. So that way we can stay across the floor and they can't move the way we want them to move. So the thing is, when you play zone, you don't learn how to play man-to-man. So basically, you're dumbing down the defense.
I think Kia said it perfectly. Want them to be underdeveloped. V's Kick said no gym shoes, only flip-flops. To me, that's taking away the coaching part of it.
I don't necessarily see like a smaller ball or shorter height as making you undeveloped from this standpoint. There's a bunch of kids that have whack ass shots and they keep them because they can't shoot a ball, a regular size ball, because of their size. Like, you watch little youth league basketball games, and it's just like if you go to a bowling alley and they have bowling balls that are smaller weight and slightly smaller size for smaller people. I don't see that as end up making you deficient in what you're doing. A better stroke, then the only thing you're doing is adjusting, but you're walking to try to toss a bigger, heavier ball up at a higher basket. So I don't necessarily see that as them trying to make you less efficient, because the muscle memory is the way that you're releasing the ball, however heavy or light it is, how your hand is, how you hold it, what you're doing before you release it, how you bring it up. But if it's much larger and you have to hold it, the way you shot when you got able to handle the ball more because you control it more. So I don't necessarily see that as we stunt your development. I don't. I'm not saying that you all may not be right and it may play out that way. The participation part, I can't get down with. If you're not good enough, then that means you got to work harder. If you don't work harder, then you're gonna sit. This is not everybody gets to play because they paid for the t-shirt.
Yeah, but technically,
because
the way they doing it, yeah, it is.
No, you're right, but I'm saying, but it shouldn't be that way.
You're right.
I necessarily have an issue with the lowering of the basket or the smaller ball. I don't.
Lowering the basket, you're gonna get a kid like LeBron James Jr. putting a poster on somebody.
You're right. That's true.
So I think that's what you're creating, is a situation where you go get these kids. Like if you look at some of the Little League football players, some of these kids at 13, 12 years old, 11, I've watched them. Snoop Leagues, he's got people that are 12 years old that are 6'3", 300 pounds. And so because you put them on, if it's a basketball player and he's 6'3", fucking 11-year-old, and he's playing on this shorter rim, when he starts dunking on all these babies, now we got to change the rule again. It's one of those things I just don't think needs to be changed. The shot clock makes sense. The no 3-point field goals, that's stupid to me. Like, why? What's the purpose of that?
Because they're trying to jack up the ball and they can't even control it.
But that's the coach's job. The coach's job is to tell you how to play the game. It's not the rules' job to tell you what you can and can't do for shooting threes or playing zone defense. That's heavy-handed and ridiculous. The coach's job, if you can't play
how many discussions have people had said where kids don't know fundamentals? They don't know the fundamentals because all they want to do is grab the ball, they run out to the 3-point line, and they try to jack up the shot. Because the people that they idolize, that's what they see them do. And I hear you. There is an amount of coaching that, but if you're gonna say that gives me more points and I'm behind, then I got to do that in order to, because we didn't always have a 3-point shot in the game. The 3-point shot was a trick thing that was only in the ABA, which was they had these gimmicks in order to be able to get people to go to the game.
But it's part of the game now.
I get it. I'm just saying,
like if you've got somebody who's dominant, baseball, for example, a pitcher that can throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball, he's going to throw that shit, And once he gets to the point to where it's not working, the coach is going to have to work with him and develop a second pitch and develop a third pitch or develop different ways. If you can only play zone defense because you can't stick with a man, your ass might end up with shorter playing time. The coach's job is to fix that shit. Shot clock makes perfect sense. No three-pointers, no zone defense. I don't get that shit.
And you know what's the crazy thing about it is when you have zone defense is made to make you shoot jump shots.
You got to shoot a jumper.
Exactly.
You can't shoot a three. So now what the fuck am I supposed to do?
So I'm going to be shooting these long-ass two-pointers. Like,
yeah.
And then if I start making them, well, you got to come out fourth quarter because, you know, we got to let everybody play equal time. But once you get a little older, we'll let you play more. Come on.
We got 3 more topics on here. OG, I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. It was robocoping. We got 3 more topics on here.
No, I didn't say so. I started.
Let's see. So we got the unbanned documentary. We got the Nike official resigning amidst the sexual misconduct stuff. And we got Penny as the new Memphis coach. Caddy, if you're able to watch the chat, let them know what they put in. Number 1, if y'all want to talk about the unbanned documentary. Number 2, if you want to talk about the Nike official resigns. And number 3, if you want to talk Penny as the new coach of Memphis. What's going on, Mr. Bear 76? I see you stepped up in the room, fam. I know we got this weird delay, so it's going to be hard to figure out who's saying what.
3.
We're going to talk about Penny. Jermaine Manning voted twice. See, he done voted 3 times.
3 times. Monty Park says this is Penny. She was like all 3.
Yeah, Q the Queen trying to stall us out.
So it's only 2 threes. Q the Queen said 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
What's it looking like for you, Caddy?
Y'all stop voting twice. You got what I see. Sorry.
Let me see. We got a couple of 2s here. We got some 1s here. Jermaine Manning fucked up the count. Let me see. We got a couple of 2s. 2s and 1s. Right now it's pretty even.
So 2s and 1s. The Nike official resigns. The unbanned documentary. Jermaine Manning was the only one really pulling for Penny, and Mr. Kadillac Park and the Bear.
No.
Jermaine, Kia, and Mr. Bear have for Penny.
And Kadillac Park.
And then you have 4 for number 2 and 3 for number 1, and Q voted for all 3. So
you said 4 for number 2.
So you got to toss up between all 3. So
let's give them what they want. Let's just shorten the clock and see if we can get them all in. Fuck it.
Okay.
The Unbanned documentary. OG brought this to our attention. Unbanned gives you a history of the first Air Jordan shoes, the Jordan 1s. It's supposed to be is it Tribeca?
Yes, Tribeca Film Festival.
Number 1, what do we plan to get from this documentary? Is this a hype documentary, or is this something that's actually going to give us some useful information? Or is it just reveling in the shoe for Nike?
I'm hoping it gives some useful information. It's definitely going to help Nike because let's be real, let's be honest. You're going to have a lot of people go to this documentary because they think they're going to be releasing sneakers on the low.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So that's going to put some butts in the seats.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see this as an informational documentary. So I think it should help the sneaker community should benefit from it. People can learn a lot more about the unbanned sneaker. And if they don't know, it wasn't the Jordan 1. A lot of people be like, oh, yeah, the band. No. Look up Nike Airship. they might learn some other things, about Michael and about Nike that they didn't know. How they signed Michael, who Michael was going to sign with beforehand. So yeah, I think it's something. If you get a chance to see it, to go see it. I know they have the wider release in June.
Mm-hmm.
They did show a commercial for it during, I want to say, the Super Bowl.
Okay.
They did show a commercial for it during the Super Bowl. So yeah, I think it's something that would benefit the community.
I'm a fan of it, man. I don't think I could really get enough of sneaker movies, so I'm with it, man. Just show the movie. I'm interested to see what the fallout is, if there will be a release around this movie or whatever. I'm with it. That's my short take. I'm with it. OG, what about you? If your connection's cooperating with us.
It's hype, but it's okay.
You know what? He just said the same shit that we said in a very succinct manner. That's perfect. It's hype, but it's okay. I agree with that. I'm with that shit. The other topic we had on here, again, was the Nike official resigns after sexual allegations. So Nike's brand president and number 2 executive, Trevor Edwards, has resigned from the company amid an investigation of inappropriate workplace behavior. It's tough out here in these streets, man. It's because the investigation, from what I've seen, it's not really an investigation. And I'm not saying that these people are not guilty of what they're being alleged and accused of, but once they start the investigation, you're fired. Mm-hmm. That's it. You're getting fired. Whether you did it, they just don't want the stink of thinking that you did it in the office. You're fired. What do y'all think about that? First of all, am I wrong? And what do y'all think about that? You're guilty before anything is proven as a male in these 2018s now.
You're too toxic. And
but this,
I got to protect.
But they're ruling you out before the investigation is finalized. You're cool with that?
Okay. I'm not necessarily cool with it. I'm just trying to say what I was speaking was the business reality, which is, given the current climate, you're just too toxic. And I might think you're the best thing since sliced bread and don't believe a word of the allegation. But in the current environment, you're just too hot to hold. And I gotta move these sneakers, and you holding me up.
Yeah. This is the time. Everybody knows this is the time of the Me Too movement. Mm-hmm. With that being said, if your name is even involved with anything that has to do with workplace mistreatment or sexual allegations, your ass is fired. And all it takes is your name to just be snuck in there like, well, Trevor was involved? Yeah, but nope. Trevor got to go. And I don't have anything against it. We've been seeing lately in the news, a lot of women have been mistreated over the years where it's been hidden. And if you are, it's one thing if you're out here, on Instagram sliding DMs and all that, but you're in your professional workplace, and there's a way you act in your professional workplace, and everybody's supposed to be equal in the professional workplace. You don't go to work to basically act a fool.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and that's basically what they're doing. Like, you're protecting male employees who are mistreating women in your professional workplace.
Yeah. I don't, I'm not looking to defend any of the slime buckets, the skeezers that are doing the bullshit. I think that it's an unfortunate. I'm not a fan of any time we don't get due process, where we're not allowed due process. I can't say any time. A majority of the time, we're not allowed due process. I think some cases are open and shut. Dylan Roof didn't need a due process. He shot those people. He said he shot those people. It's the end of the story. You know what I mean? We don't need to. Don't waste no court money on that shit. You're going to jail. and I'm not a fan of seeing men that get accused of this shit automatically being deemed guilty. However, it's an unfortunate side effect of a patriarchal society where we've been doing this shit for years. I mean, we got to watch Pepe Le Pew. He was constantly sexually assaulted with females, and it was a cartoon. We got to watch Bugs Bunny. It was normalized. So now the flip side of that is that now you have people that have a voice, and it looks this way for the men. Sorry, it's fucked up, but that's what it is. Because chances are a lot of men have done some shit that's egregious or close to egregious in a work setting or in a personal setting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's the unfortunate downside. Now that this shit is turning around, this is what happens. You normalize the bullshit. At some point, the people gonna speak up, and that's what it is, man. They paid homeboy at Nike out for $500,000. Shit. So they fired him and gave him a nice check to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they gave him, I believe, $525,000 to leave.
Damn. But now you got $525,000. I hope you enjoy that money because you could never work in a high profile job again.
Yeah,
you're done, bro. Yeah, you're done. You're done. And it sucks. Like I'm glad that women are being heard. I'm glad that they're taking this shit seriously. And I won't even cheapen that with some other shit that I can say. I'm glad they're taking this shit seriously. The last thing that we had on this list was Penny Hardaway as the Memphis basketball coach. Penny Hardaway is one of our favorites. If you watch him, like, he's the reason that some of us are still playing 2K18 right now and trying to make a 7-foot point guard. we still trying to make that shit happen. Before 2K18, you could do that and not have a lot of side effects. But now you can't shoot worse shit. They take away all these intangibles. But Penny Hardaway was one of those cats that we love to watch see play. Where do you rank Penny Hardaway in point guards, and what do you think about him being a coach?
Ranking Penny point guard. If Penny wouldn't have got hurt, he would have been top 5.
Yeah.
Penny would have been top 5 because Penny was what, about 6'8", 6'9", had a handle better than Magic, had a killer crossover, a mid-range jumper, and would put you on a poster in a heartbeat.
Dude was crazy with it. Crazy with it, man.
But he tried to play hurt to help his team, and that was the beginning of the end. He would have been top 5. Penny now, I will put him in the top 20.
I think that's fair.
As a coach, should be interesting. I know he was coaching at East High in Memphis. I believe it was a school that his friend used to coach, and he came on as assistant coach. And as his friend passed away, he took over the coaching reins. Coaching in college is different than high school. I know it's probably going to be difficult, but I would love to see what Penny can do in the college ranks. I think recruitment-wise should be interesting because, you know, some of these young kids, their parents are probably our age, and they know who Penny Hardaway is.
Yeah,
and his name still resonates memories.
Oh yeah.
So.
But now we're talking about Memphis. That means he's recruiting against Louisville. He's recruiting against Kentucky. Shit. Shit.
Well, see, he got one up on Louisville because Patino's not there. Kentucky.
Good time. That's a good point. That's a good time.
Kentucky, Coach Cal. That's tough because Coach Cal's the king of one and dones.
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping Penny succeeds, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. OG, what you think about that? About him as a player and him as a coach?
I mean, I think y'all said it all in terms of him as a player. You know, very disappointed that injury robbed him of us being able to see more. I was watching some when they were talking about the story. They were also showing like some of his college, and I mean, if you look at that, I mean, he was posterizing people like the pros in college. So he definitely had a game that he was already on. He was on the level when he showed up day one. I'm afraid for him as a coach. I'm afraid for Coach Ewing at Georgetown, from the standpoint that I feel like I hope that the deck is not stacked too high for him, because when you're that type, of iconic player, kind of, the same thing that MJ went through, when with his situation, and trying to coach and all of that, and even as an owner or GM or whatever hat you want to wear, if you're not doing it at the same level that you were doing things on the court, it somehow is a strike against you. So I hope that he does great. I hope that that his cachet does bring recruits to that program, and that he can do some things. He's the type of person to me, and I don't know a whole lot about his backstory, but I know enough about it to say that he's the type of person that you root for, that you want to see succeed. And I'm glad, but I'm nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the same thing Cutie Queen was saying. I'm fearful of him being a coach. This could be the beginning of either a disaster of a career or a hell of a redemption story. Absolutely true. Sneakerman V says players may actually listen to him. I mean, it's college. You get the wrong player, they're not going to listen to shit. I'm just here because I can't go straight to the league. So just do what I got to do.
But
players,
and I maybe resonates with me, but I'm thinking that he might be one of those coaches that would be able to still speak to even young players coming in now.
Yeah, I would imagine so. If for no other reason than I played, I've been where you've been. I made it to the league. Let me let you know what it's like in the league. That's something that a lot of these coaches can't tell them. Or from the player side, they know one side of the locker room, they don't know the other side.
Yeah, and it's a big difference when you have players now who can say, "Yo, man, you going to the Memphis? Penny gonna be coaching you? Yo, Penny was a bad boy when he was in the league, man. You need to, if you can be just as half the man Penny is, you got some of these young players who might be like,
Kid Shy said, all Penny got to do is slide in some foams and let them hang out the house. Trying to say letters.
You try to get Penny in trouble off the bat here.
Right. You got to slide shoes.
Got these new foam prototypes that nobody know about. You be the first one to wear them at Memphis. Clank, clank, clank. 4 years on probation.
Right, you're dead. It's the death sentence. So let's get up out of here, man. We've had a full show. Let's holler at the chat for a little bit if it's something y'all want us to talk about. Again, this is the end of the season. We will be going on our 2-week break, at least 2-week break. And then we'll come back and get you into season 4. Do y'all have anything y'all want to ask us about? Anything you want to comment on? We got the little speed round going real quick. Let us know. Speak up if you ever hold your peace. Did you see the rap battle where the guy was wearing shacks and got destroyed? We do not talk about music on this show anymore, Trey Jackson.
But yes, I did see that.
Yeah,
it's a travesty.
Funny.
We don't do music because for some reason we start talking about music and then
this shit goes. Somebody throws a chair through the window.
Exactly. It all goes bad when the chair gets thrown.
All goes bad. All goes bad. God bless you Hey, God bless you too, Don Turner, man. We appreciate that, brother.
Yeah, good to see you in the chat, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, DT.
He joined. The Kia Shine said he joined late. Did y'all talk about the Sean Witherspoons? We did. Everybody in the world wants those shoes except me. So I'll be shooting a shot for somebody else.
This is the one time corduroy would look good on a big fella. Yeah.
Kylie Park. Concord's availability. I heard the Concords are going to be over 1 million pairs. So a lot of people should be able to eat. I don't know how they're going to disperse those 1 million pairs, but a lot of people should be able to eat. And that I'm
happy all in New York, I could tell you.
It's going to be 750,000 pair in New York.
Yes, son.
Correction. There's going to be 1 million pair in New York. The rest of the country is getting like 6.
Hey, lay back on that. Take it easy, fam. We appreciate you for rocking with us again, man. Thank you. I'm with you, Big Light 46. I'm ready for those Witherspoons to just release. Just get them out of here. Get them done with. And I'm tired of seeing them.
It is dope, though, that somebody in that story ends up creating a shoe that is that hyped. I just thought that's a dope story.
Glad they caught the dude in Austin that was making those bombs. Well, I mean, he caught himself. He blew himself up.
Yeah, because they caught him. They cornered him in his car. And
that's the way to go out, I guess. If you're going to do it, then fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I had questions. Like, because people were checking on me, like, yo, you good out there, Beard? Yeah, because I don't open packages that I didn't order. It seems simple enough to me. I know when I ordered something, and if I didn't order it, I'm not opening the package. That's it. I think that's pretty much it, man. Thanks for being real stand-up guy. Hey, man, that's dope. Thanks for being real stand-up guys. Gonna miss this show. Love the show. Hey, man, that's what's up, Sneaker Man V. We appreciate it, man. We just 3 dudes with mics, man.
Yes, sir. Trey Jackson said, how can we prevent these school shootings in Maryland? Here was an interesting story I saw. So the kids from the school in Florida, one of them said, and they said, they were sad to say, they said, we should be able to use our white privilege to go into black, to get noticed into these black communities so the shootings can stop. This crime can stop. Because they said it's crazy how the shootings, everybody pays attention to the shootings that happen in Florida. But this is going on in urban areas and black communities, and nobody pays attention to it. And they made a good point. I gotta find the story so I can read it to you. Let's see if we got enough time.
While you're looking for that, Q to the Queen asks for the date. We'll be back on Wednesday, April the 11th.
411. What's the 411?
There you go. So y'all get a couple Wednesdays off. Catch that midweek movie. Get you a date night.
Get your side chick pregnant again.
Why, Sway?
So, activist David Hogg, a student in Parkland, Florida, said that there's a disparity in the way news media coverage gun violence, and he felt compelled to speak up about using his platform. There's a lot of racial disparity in the way this is covered. If it happened in a place of lower socioeconomic status or a black community, no matter how well those people spoke, I don't think the media would have covered it the same. And I think it's important that we point out as Americans and realize that because we have to use our white privilege now to make sure that all of the voices, that all of the people that have died as a result of this and haven't been covered the same can be heard. It's sad, but true.
Respect to his parents and him.
My initial question would be, and I don't know the numbers. I know a bunch of people in St. Louis, and I don't hear, as rough as St. Louis is, I don't hear a lot of people talking about school shootings in general in St. Louis. It's a lot of lower income schools, city schools, shit like that. But when shit happened in the city schools, they put up metal detectors.
Mm-hmm.
And they were, you're in school as a prisoner. Now it's happening in these other schools and there's no metal detectors. So the question about would it be covered the same if it was in inner city schools, it hasn't even been treated the same. If there was a fight in an inner city school, they put up a metal detector. You've got hall monitors. You've got armed officers in those schools. It's completely treated different. So now you're talking about school shootings at white schools, and there have been no change. The only thing that's changed is that we're still talking about guns, and we're talking about students walking out. When these kids were walking out because cops were killing, they killed Mike Brown. When kids weren't going to school for that, they were called thugs and unruly, and this is not the way you're supposed to do it. And these kids decided to walk out to protest gun violence. Good for them, but now it's something that we're looking at differently. So, it's cool that he said that, but the problem is it's not happening in the inner city schools because you did some fuck shit before that a lot of this shit can't happen in inner city schools. There's a lot of shit happening around the schools that's not being covered. But if we're talking about the school thing, it's not an urban issue because you've done some other fuck shit to make it not an urban issue.
I get what you're saying, but I think what he's trying to say is gun violence in general. Using the platform that they're on to get other communities noticed. Like they were saying there were over 4,000 shooting victims in the city of Chicago in 2016. And I get what they're saying, but I also get what you're saying. In urban communities, like here in the 5 boroughs, the minute something happened where a kid got caught with a knife or a kid got caught with something that they shouldn't have had, a metal detector was up real quick.
Exactly.
Or a metal scanner where they scanned everybody walking through the school.
It changes because it's I guess that's my point, is that it's treated differently. So the point that he's making feels good, but it's not accurate because they're treated differently anyway. When people were talking about putting the guns in the school and having teachers with guns, I saw the comments where people were saying, yeah, they should try this out in these urban areas. And that's not where we need the fucking guns. It's not. The best way I can say it's not our issue, right? That's how they treat a lot of this other shit anyway. That's how they treat the city. It's just not our issue. Well, that's not our issue. We have plenty of other issues where white privilege would come in handy to be used. And if that's what you choose to speak out on, okay, cool. But that can be applied across the board for a lot of shit, and it's not. I just hate that they're using this gun conversation as a scapegoat. I mean, if we talk about drugs, that would be a great place to start. When black folks were using drugs, when brown folks were using drugs, we were going to jail. It was a war on drugs. Now it's an epidemic that can be covered by your insurance. The shit is treated different because it's treated different. The people that make the rules don't look like the victims. And once they do, that's when the rules change. Mm-hmm. We ain't got no power until we got power. We don't own shit until we own shit. That's pretty much how that goes. I think that's it, man. The chat done stalled out on us. They ready to go to bed. Holler at us next season. Cadillac Jackson, could you do the starting honors, sir?
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great season 3, episode 7. And for the people that don't like episodes, episode 21. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all for the love and support and encouragement that y'all give us every week. We're going to take this break and we'll be back for season 4.
OG, can you go second so I can wrap it up?
Please, sir. Nah, man, just appreciate everybody. Enough respect. When we started this thing, I don't know if we knew how long this was going to fly, if it was going to fly at all. So we appreciate y'all messing with us, having us, in your homes on Wednesday nights and whenever you watch the replays. So if you're going through a little Talkin Kicks withdrawal over these 2 weeks, just run back and check out one of those other 20 episodes. And we'll be back. Them 2 weeks will fly past. So we love you and ain't damn thing you can do about it. See you in a couple of weeks.
Want to give a special shout out to all of the Kick Talkers, man. Those who rocking with us brand new. I saw a couple new names coming through. Some names we haven't seen in a while. The people that rock with us every week, we appreciate y'all for real.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tell somebody. If you enjoy this, tell somebody so that we can grow the family. That's all.
No, that's a good point, man. Share the show. You know what I'm saying? We do this for y'all. And if y'all saw, we had an episode this season where the show got messed up, the connection dropped, And when y'all wasn't here, we was like, all right, we out. ain't no y'all. We do this shit all the time. So if it ain't no y'all, it ain't no us to do the YouTube part of it. So we appreciate y'all. Big Life 46, The Talented Mister, Soul to My Soul, Sneaker Man V, Don Turner, Talkin Kicks, Colin Park, GN, Q the Queen, Trey Jackson, V's Kicks. I'm just going by the people that I see in here right now. Mr. Bear 76, Gabriel Kicks, Warrior Blood, Layback 09 was in here earlier. Kia Shine. I'm just going through the list, so I'm not trying to forget anybody, but the people that rock with us, y'all know who you are. We appreciate y'all. This is the reason that we do this. We'll be gone for 2 weeks, and then we'll see you back to talk about some more shit, talk about sneakers, talk about life shit, and all stops in between. So thank you for rocking with us. We out for 2 weeks. Y'all have a good time. Pick up some dope shoes. The Deacon will still be on the prowl. I made a purchase today. I don't know when I'm going to get this shoe. It was definitely not Deacon approved.
Ooh.
The one I bought today, I might be done for the rest of the year.
Pastor Hype Beast is coming back for season 4.
I think I know what it is. That means you got a YouTube channel.
No, I ain't doing no goddamn YouTube channel. I might have to go into hiding. I might have to sell all these shoes to compensate for the shit I bought today. But when that comes in, I will definitely let y'all know. Again, we appreciate y'all, man. It's your man, Beard Jedi, a.k.a. the Black Alex P. Keaton, a.k.a. Shupak Shakur, a.k.a. the Boss Kick Ross, a.k.a. Albert Shoehost, a.k.a. Martin Luther King, a.k.a. Iron Knight Tyson, and the a.k.a. the Medicine Most Jack Swagless. This is Talkin Kicks, Season 3, Episode 7. We out. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace.
Mamba out. V, you still ain't shit.